Today is Thursday, 2 p.m. Prosecutor Kang Tae-jun walks into Seoul Women's Correctional Facility the way he does every Thursday. Same time, same routine, same ritual he's followed for 8 months. Sign in at the desk, go through security, walk to visiting room number 7, sit in booth 3, wait for his wife. Blair, Amara, appears on the other side of the glass at exactly 2 p.m. every Thursday. Same seat, same phone, same moment where they place their hands on opposite sides of the scratched plexiglass and pretend they can feel each other. 45 minutes, that's all they get. 45 minutes a week to be husband and wife. It's not enough, but it's everything. Tae-jun arrives at 1:55 p.m. today. Early, like always. He likes to watch her walk in, likes to see the moment her face lights up when she sees him waiting. He sits, waits. 2 p.m. comes, Blair doesn't. That's fine. Sometimes the guards run late. Sometimes processing takes longer. He waits. 2:05 p.m., 2:10 p.m., 2:15 p.m. Something is wrong. At 2:27 p.m. the visiting room door opens, but it's not Blair, it's Warden Kim Mi's son, a woman in her 50s with kind eyes and iron discipline. Her face is pale today. She walks directly to Tae-jun's booth. Prosecutor Kang, I need you to come with me. Now. Tae-jun's blood turns to ice. What happened? Where's my wife? Please, come with me. She won't say more. Not here. Not in front of other visitors. They take him to a private office. Close the door. Warden Kim sits, clasps her hands on the desk like she's bracing herself. There was an incident this morning, in the prison yard during recreation time. Tae-jun can't breathe. A fight broke out among several inmates. Your wife tried to intervene to help the guards separate them. In the chaos, she was... The warden's voice cracks. She was stabbed, multiple times, by 3 different inmates. No. The guards called for medical immediately. We did everything we could, but the wounds were... She can't finish the sentence. Where is she? Tae-jun's voice doesn't sound like his own. Prosecutor Kang... Where is my wife? Warden Kim's eyes fill with tears. Amara Okafor was pronounced dead at 11:43 a.m. this morning. I'm so sorry. The world stops. Dead. Blair is dead. The woman he loves. The woman he's been waiting for. The woman he promised to wait 5 years for, 10 years, 20 years, however long it took. Dead. No. He stands. No, I want to see her. That's not... I want to see her. His voice breaks on the last word. The warden nods slowly. Follow me. They take him to the prison morgue. A small, cold room. Sterile. White walls, metal tables. One table has a body under a white sheet. Take your time, the warden says quietly, and leaves him alone. Tae-jun walks to the table. His hands are shaking. He pulls back the sheet. It's her, Blair, Amara, his wife, pale, still, lifeless. Her beautiful dark skin has lost its warmth. Her eyes are closed. She looks like she's sleeping, but she's not sleeping. She's dead. Tae-jun collapses, grabs her hand. It's cold. No, 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 no. Blair, please, please wake up, please. She doesn't move. I was supposed to wait for you. I promised I'd wait. You can't leave me. Not like this. Please. Nothing. He puts his head down on the table beside her, holds her cold hand against his face, and breaks. Completely, utterly, breaks. But here's what Tae-jun doesn't know. Blair isn't dead. She faked it, and right now, while he's mourning in the morgue, she's waking up in a safe house 20 miles away, gasping for air, alive. She's supposed to be dead. He just identified her body. But she's alive. If you're already hooked on this twist, like this video right now, and drop a fire in the comments if you think Tae-jun is going to lose his mind when he finds out. This is the finale, and it's about to get insane. Let's go. Seoul Women's Correctional Facility is not the worst prison Blair could have ended up in, but it's still prison. Concrete walls, barred windows, guards, routines, no freedom. Blair has adapted. She keeps her head down, follows the rules, testifies via video link every week against the corrupt officials she exposed. One by one, they're convicted. Judge Kang, 15 years. Prosecutor Han, 20 years. Judge Lee, 18 years. Prosecutor Choi, 10 years. All because of her testimony, all because of the evidence she gathered. Her father's death is being avenged one conviction at a time. Blair's cellmate is a woman named Park Min-seo, mid-40s, in for embezzling from her company. Quiet, keeps to herself. They don't talk much. But one night, 2 months into Blair's sentence, Min-seo sits on the edge of her bunk and whispers, "You're the architect." Blair goes very still, doesn't look up from the book she's reading. "I don't know what you're talking about." "Yes, you do. You took down Defense Minister Yoon, Judge Kang, 37 officials total." Min-seo's voice is careful, quiet. "You exposed the biggest corruption network in Korean history." Blair slowly closes her book. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because you need to know something." Min-seo glances at the cell door. "Make sure no guards are listening. Half the women in here are connected to people you exposed. Daughters, wives, sisters. Their families lost everything because of you." "Good. Maybe. But they don't see it that way. They see you as the reason their fathers are in prison, their husbands lost their jobs, their money was seized. That's not my problem. It is your problem, because there's a contract on you, inside this prison. Whoever kills you gets 10 million won transferred to their family on the outside." Blair's jaw tightens. 10 million won. About $8,000. Not a fortune, but enough to tempt desperate people. "Why are you telling me this?" Blair asks again. Min-seo looks at her. "Because my husband was one of the corrupt ones. He took bribes. He deserved what he got. What you did was right, but not everyone in here thinks so. So I should watch my back. You should do more than that. You should survive." Tae-jun is having his own nightmare. His father is in prison. His wife is in prison. His entire family legacy has been destroyed by corruption. The Seoul prosecutor's office wants him removed from all cases connected to the scandal. Conflict of interest, they say. Too close to the situation. He's being sidelined, pushed to minor cases, traffic violations, petty theft. It's humiliating. But then Detective Park Ji-woo shows up at his office with a file folder. "I found something in Yoon's encrypted servers, something the prosecution missed." She drops the folder on his desk. Tae-jun opens it. Financial records, emails, communications, all pointing to the same conclusion. Defense Minister Yoon wasn't the top of the pyramid. He reported to someone higher, someone still free. "Who?" Tae-jun asks. "I don't know yet. The name is redacted in every document, but whoever it is, they have power, real power, judicial, political, military." "How do we find them?" "We follow the bodies." Ji-woo pulls out another document. 3 witnesses from the corruption trials have died in the last month. Car accident, suicide, heart attack. "You think they were murdered?" "I know they were." "The car accident? Brake lines were cut. The suicide? No note, and the victim had no history of depression. The heart attack? Victim was 32 and healthy." Tae-jun's blood runs cold. "They're cleaning house." "Yes, eliminating anyone who can testify against the person at the top. And Blair." Ji-woo looks at him. "Blair is the star witness. She knows everything. She has all the evidence." "You think she's next?" "I think she's the primary target, and she's locked in a prison where someone put a contract on her head." Tae-jun stands. "I need to see her, now. It's not visiting day. I don't care. I need to warn her." But when he tries to arrange an emergency visit, the prison denies it. No exceptions to the visiting schedule. Thursday only. 2 days away. 2 days Blair might not survive. Blair wakes up nauseous. Again. For the 3rd morning in a row. She barely makes it to the cell toilet before vomiting. Min-seo watches from her bunk. "You okay?" "Food poisoning. Prison food." "You've been throwing up for 3 days." "Like I said, prison food." "But it's not prison food. And Blair knows it." She requests to see the prison doctor. Routine sick call. Dr. Han Ji-young is a woman in her late 50s. Been working prison medical for 20 years. Seen everything. She examines Blair. Takes her vitals. asks questions. When was your last period? Blair goes still. I don't know. Prison messes with your cycle. And the nausea? Morning only? Mostly. Dr. Han runs a test. Comes back 10 minutes later with results. You're pregnant, about 3 months. The room tilts. Pregnant. Blair is pregnant. She counts backward in her mind. 3 months ago was the night before the vault heist. The night she and Tae-jun thought might be their last together. That night. I need you to keep this quiet, Blair says quickly. Voice low. Urgent. Dr. Han frowns. Pregnancies have to be documented. Please, if anyone finds out, they'll use it against me. Please. Dr. Han studies her. This young woman who exposed 37 corrupt officials, who has a contract on her head, who is now pregnant in maximum security prison. I can keep it off the official records for a few weeks, maybe a month, but eventually you'll start showing, and then everyone will know. A month is enough. Enough for what? To figure out how to survive. It happens in the prison yard during afternoon recreation. Blair is walking the perimeter, staying alert, watching everyone. A fight breaks out on the other side of the yard. 2 inmates screaming at each other, shoving, guards rush toward the fight. And that's when Blair feels it. Instinct, training, something is wrong. She turns. A woman is behind her, mid-30s, hard eyes, moving fast, shank in her hand, sharpened toothbrush wrapped in cloth, aimed at Blair's throat. Blair moves, years of training taking over. She sidesteps. The shank misses her throat, cuts her shoulder instead. Pain flares, but Blair doesn't stop. She grabs the woman's wrist, twists, hears bones crack. The shank drops. Blair sweeps the woman's legs, puts her on the ground, hard. Guards are shouting, running toward them. But Blair is already scanning the yard. 2 more inmates moving toward her. This isn't random. This is coordinated. She backs against the wall. Defensive position. The 2 inmates advance. Blair is ready to fight. But then the guards arrive. Tackle the attackers. Pull them away. Hands! Show me your hands! Blair complies. Raises her hands. Blood runs down her arm from the shoulder wound. Not deep, but enough. They take her to medical. Dr. Han stitches her up. 14 stitches. This is the contract, isn't it? Dr. Han asks quietly. Yes. How many more attacks do you think you can survive? Blair touches her stomach. Still flat. Still hidden. As many as I have to. Marcus Chen hasn't visited Blair since she went to prison. Too dangerous. Connection between them would raise flags. But today, he comes. Sits across from her in the visiting room. Hand on the glass. Phone to his ear. You look terrible, he says. Prison doesn't have a spa. You've lost weight. Hard to keep food down when people are trying to kill you. Marcus's expression darkens. How many attempts? 3 in the last month. I've fought them off, but they're getting more organized, more desperate. Then we get you out. How? I'm in maximum security. I'm working on it, but I need time. Blair looks at him, her mentor, her friend, the man who taught her everything. Marcus, I'm pregnant. He goes completely still, doesn't move for a full 5 seconds. Does he know? No, and he can't. Not yet, not until I'm safe. Amara, if something happens to me, you make sure this baby is safe. You make sure Tae-jun knows. You promise me. Nothing is going to happen to you. Promise me. Marcus places his hand flat on the glass. Mirror to hers. I promise, but you're going to survive this, because I'm not letting you die. Then figure something out, fast, because I'm running out of time. Detective Park Ji-woo discovers the prison contract through an informant. 10 million won for Blair's death. She immediately tries to get Blair moved to protective custody. Request denied. No evidence of credible threat, they say. She tries to get Blair transferred to a different facility. Denied. Security classification doesn't permit transfer, they say. Someone with power is blocking every attempt to protect Blair. Someone who wants her dead. Ji-woo calls Tae-jun. They won't let me move her. They won't protect her. Someone inside the system is making sure she stays vulnerable. Then I'll do something. What? You're a prosecutor. You can't break her out. No, but I can make sure she's safe. How? Tae-jun doesn't answer. Because he doesn't know yet. But he'll figure it out. He has to. Marcus, Tae-jun, and Ji-woo meet in secret. A coffee shop in Hongdae. Late at night. Private booth in the back. We need to fake her death, Marcus says bluntly. Tae-jun stares at him. What? It's the only way. If everyone thinks she's dead, the contract ends. She's safe. And then what? She spends the rest of her life hiding, never seeing her family? Never. No. We use the time to find who's really behind this. The person above Yoon. We expose them, and then we bring Blair back, clear her name, finish this. That's insane, Ji-woo says. That's the only option, Marcus counters. Unless you want to bury her for real. Silence. Tae-jun closes his eyes. Thinks about Blair in that prison. Pregnant, alone, under constant threat. What do you need? He asks quietly. Marcus pulls out a folder. A doctor I trust. A drug that mimics death. Slows the heart to almost nothing. Stops breathing. Appears like cardiac arrest. How long does it last? 6 to 8 hours. Enough time to get her out during the body transfer. And the risk? 5% chance it kills her for real. If the dosage is wrong. If her body reacts badly. 5%. Yes. Tae-jun looks at Ji-woo. What do you think? I think it's crazy. I think it's dangerous. And I think it's her only chance. Tae-jun looks down at his hands. Blair doesn't know about this plan, does she? Not yet, Marcus says. I'll tell her next visit. And me? Tae-jun asks. Do I know? Marcus and Ji-woo exchange a look. That's the problem, Ji-woo says carefully. Your reaction has to be real. If you know it's fake, you won't grieve properly. And if you don't grieve properly, no one will believe she's really dead. You want me to think my wife is dead? Yes. For how long? As long as it takes to find the person trying to kill her and take them down. Tae-jun stands, walks away from the table, paces, comes back. If you do this, if you fake her death without telling me, I will never forgive you, either of you. I know, Marcus says, but if it saves her life, then do it, Tae-jun finishes. Do whatever it takes to keep her alive. Marcus visits again, tells Blair everything, the drug, the fake death, the escape plan. Tae-jun knows, she asks. He knows we're planning something. He doesn't know what. Marcus, he can't know. His grief has to be real, or they won't believe it. Blair closes her eyes, imagining Tae-jun's face when they tell him she's dead. He'll never forgive us. Probably not, but he'll have you alive to be angry at. That's better than the alternative. Blair touches her stomach. 4 months now. Starting to show slightly. Baggy prison clothes hide it. Barely. When? Soon. We need to stage it before you're too far along, before someone notices. Okay. You trust me? Blair looks at him, her mentor, her partner, her friend. With my life. Good, because that's exactly what you're doing. It happens on a Tuesday morning. Recreation time in the prison yard. Blair's cellmate, Min Seo, helps. She starts a fight with another inmate. Loud, violent, drawing guards' attention. In the chaos, 3 inmates move toward Blair. They're part of the contract, really trying to kill her. But Blair is ready. She fights back, takes down 2 of them quickly. The third has a knife. Real knife. Smuggled in somehow. She comes at Blair. Blair dodges. But not fast enough. The knife catches her in the side. Shallow, but enough. Real blood. Real wound. Blair goes down, clutching her side. Guards swarm. We need medical now! Dr. Han rushes in with a stretcher. She's bleeding out. Move! Move! They carry Blair inside. Away from cameras. Away from witnesses. In the medical bay, Dr. Han works fast. Cleans the wound. Not as bad as it looks. Then she pulls out a syringe. You ready? Blair nods. Do it. Dr. Han injects the drug. Blair feels it immediately. Her heart slows. Breathing becomes difficult. Vision blurs. It's working. Just relax. Let it happen. Blair's heart rate drops. 40 beats per minute. The monitor flatlines. Time of death, 11:43 a.m. Dr. Han covers Blair's body with a sheet and calls the warden. We have a death. That's how Tae-jun ends up in the morgue, looking at his wife's body, believing she's dead. He stays for 2 hours, holding her hand, talking to her, apologizing for not protecting her, promising he'll find who did this, promising he'll make them pay. Finally, the warden gently tells him he has to leave. We need to prepare the body. Tae-jun nods, can't speak. He kisses Blair's forehead one last time, cold, lifeless, and walks out. Tae-jun just kissed his dead wife goodbye. He has no idea she's alive. If this is breaking your heart, hit that subscribe button because this story is about to get even more intense. Drop a love if you think Marcus and Ji-woo made the wrong call by not telling him. Let's keep going. 6 hours later, 20 miles away, in a safe house in Incheon. Blair gasps. Her eyes fly open. She's alive, lying on a bed, IV in her arm, heart monitor beeping steadily. Marcus sits in a chair beside the bed, watching her. Welcome back. Blair tries to sit up. Everything hurts. Easy. The drug takes a toll. Did it work? Perfectly. You're officially dead. Pronounced at 11:43 a.m., body transferred to the morgue, death certificate signed. The contract? Completed. Whoever wanted you dead thinks you're dead. You're safe. Blair touches her stomach. Still there, still safe. Tae-jun? Marcus's expression changes. We didn't tell him. What? We couldn't. His grief had to be real. Marcus, he thinks I'm dead. I know. He's mourning me right now. Blair tries to get out of bed. Marcus stops her, gently but firmly. If you go to him, you put him in danger. Whoever is behind this is watching him, watching for any sign that you're alive. If he sees you, if he reacts, they'll know. So what? I just let him suffer? Yes, for now. Until we find who's really behind this and take them down. Blair wants to scream, to cry, to run to Tae-jun, but she can't, because Marcus is right. How long? As long as it takes, days, weeks, maybe longer. I hate you right now. I know, but you're alive, and so is your baby. That's what matters. Blair lies back down, stares at the ceiling. Alive, safe, free. But her husband thinks she's dead, and there's nothing she can do about it. Tae-jun doesn't mourn quietly. He investigates, because Blair's death doesn't make sense. The official report says, death caused by stab wound resulting in massive hemorrhaging and cardiac arrest. But Blair was a trained fighter. She took down 4 professional assassins in their penthouse. How did prison inmates kill her? He requests the security footage, watches it 100 times, the fight, the chaos, the attack. Blair fights off 2 inmates easily, professional, efficient. The third comes at her with a knife. Blair sees her coming, could dodge, could block. Instead, she turns into the blade, takes the hit deliberately. She let herself get stabbed, Tae-jun whispers. Why? He reviews the medical report. The stab wound was serious, but not fatal. She should have survived. Unless she faked it. The door to his office opens. Detective Ji-woo walks in, closes the door behind her. You figured it out. Tae-jun stands, voice dangerously quiet. You knew. Marcus made the call. I agreed with it. Where is she? I don't know. Marcus won't tell me, in case we're being watched. She's alive. Yes, and you let me believe she was dead. You let me identify her body. We had to. Your grief had to be real. My grief! Tae-jun's voice breaks. Do you have any idea what the last 6 hours have been like? I held her hand. I kissed her goodbye. I mourned my wife. I know, and I'm sorry. But it was the only way to keep her safe. Tae-jun wants to hit something, wants to scream. Instead, he sits down, puts his head in his hands. She's alive. Yes, and pregnant. Ji-woo blinks. What? 4 months. I saw it in the medical records. Pregnancy test dated 5 months ago. They kept it off the official records, but it's there. You're going to be a father. I'm going to be a father. He laughs, broken. And my wife faked her death without telling me. To protect you. I don't need protection. I need her. Then help me find who's really behind this. Help me end it. So she can come home. Tae-jun looks up. Who are we looking for? Someone above Yoon. Someone with the power to order hits inside prison. Someone protecting the corruption network. Then let's find them. It takes them 3 days. 3 days of digging through financial records, tracking money, following evidence. And finally, they find him. Chief Justice Kwon Hyun-woo, the head of the entire Korean judicial system, appointed 15 years ago, revered, untouchable, and completely corrupt. Defense Minister Yoon worked for him, Ji-woo says, spreading documents on Tae-jun's desk. Judge Kang, Prosecutor Han, all of them reported to Chief Justice Kwon. He's been running the corruption network for 25 years, Tae-jun reads. Bribes, arms deals, embezzlement, murder. Blair's father discovered it 13 years ago. That's why Kwon ordered him killed. And now Kwon is cleaning house, eliminating witnesses, including Blair. Except he thinks she's dead, which gives us an advantage. How do we prove it? Kwon has immunity, connections, power, Tae-jun thinks. We make him come after me. What? I announce publicly that I have evidence against Chief Justice Kwon, that I'm releasing it in 72 hours. Do you actually have evidence? No, but he doesn't know that. He'll have to act, have to eliminate me before I can talk. That's suicide. That's bait. Tae-jun looks at her, and when he comes for me, we catch him. While Tae-jun sets his trap, Marcus is doing his own investigation, tracking Kwon's men, following leads, getting too close. One night they ambush him, 4 men, professional, armed. Marcus fights back, but he's outnumbered. They beat him unconscious, drag him into a van. He wakes up in a warehouse, tied to a chair, blood in his eyes. A man in an expensive suit stands in front of him. Not Chief Justice Kwon, one of his enforcers. Where is Amara Okafor? Marcus spits blood. Dead. You killed her, remember? The body disappeared from the morgue. Where is she? No idea. Maybe she's a ghost. They beat him. Ribs crack, nose breaks, teeth loosen. Where is she? Marcus doesn't talk. They waterboard him, drown him, bring him back. Where is she? He still doesn't talk, because Marcus Chen, former MI6, trained to resist torture, would die before betraying Amara. Finally, they give up. Fine, we'll send her a message instead. They record a video. Marcus, beaten, broken, barely conscious. The enforcer speaks into the camera. Amara Okafor, if you're alive and watching this, you have 24 hours. Turn yourself in, or we kill your friend. They send the video to every email address and phone number connected to Marcus, hoping one of them reaches Blair. It does. Blair is in the safe house when the video arrives, sent to a burner phone Marcus gave her for emergencies. She clicks play, and her world stops. Marcus, her mentor, her partner, her friend, beaten, tortured, dying, because of her. I'm going, she says out loud. Dr. Han, the prison doctor who helped her escape and is now hiding with her, says, That's exactly what they want. I don't care. They're killing him. It's a trap. I know, but he saved my life. I'm not letting him die for me. You're 5 months pregnant. Blair touches her stomach. I know, which is why I have to end this now, before my baby is born into a world where we're hunted. How will you even find him? I'll figure it out. Blair loads her weapon, checks ammunition. I always do. Blair is about to leave the safe house when someone knocks on the door. Dr. Han freezes. No one knows we're here. Blair draws her weapon, moves to the door, looks through the peephole. A woman stands there, Nigerian, late 50s, beautiful, elegant, familiar in a way that makes Blair's heart stop. She looks like, no. Blair opens the door, gun raised. The woman looks at her, smiles, tears in her eyes. "Hello, Amara." Blair's gun drops. "Mom?" Dr. Kioma Okafor, Blair's mother who died 17 years ago, stands in the doorway. Alive. "You're dead," Blair whispers. "Car accident. I was 12. I went to your funeral." The funeral was fake. The body wasn't mine. Your father and I discovered Chief Justice Kwon's conspiracy. We had evidence, witnesses. We were going to expose him. Kioma steps inside. "Kwon threatened you. Said if we didn't back down, he'd kill our daughter. So we made a choice. You faked your death. I went into witness protection, international authorities. I've been building a case against Kwon for 17 years. 17 years? Blair's voice rises. You've been alive for 17 years and you let me think. I couldn't contact you. If Kwon knew I was alive, he would have used you to find me. So you let me grow up, thinking both my parents were dead. I let you grow up alive. Kioma's voice breaks. Your father didn't make it out. They killed him anyway, but I saved you. I kept you safe. Blair can't process this. Her mother, alive, after 17 years. Why now? She asks. Why show up now? Because I heard you were dead. Because I saw your death certificate, and I realized... Kioma touches Blair's face. I realized I couldn't let another day pass without you knowing the truth, that your mother loves you, never stopped loving you. Blair starts crying. Her mother pulls her into a hug. First time in 17 years. I have evidence, Kioma says quietly. Everything on Kwon. Everything on the conspiracy. Enough to destroy him. But I need your help. Blair pulls back. What kind of help? I need bait. Someone Kwon wants badly enough to come out of hiding for. Me. Yes. He thinks I'm dead. Then we bring you back from the dead, and we end this. Tae-jun announces publicly, I have evidence that Chief Justice Kwon Hyun-woo is corrupt. I'm releasing it at a press conference in 72 hours. He doesn't have the evidence. But Kwon doesn't know that. Kwon has to act. That night, Kwon's men come for Tae-jun. They break into his apartment. 6 men, armed, professional. Tae-jun is ready. He fights back, takes down 2, but he's outnumbered. They corner him in the living room. Guns raised. Chief Justice Kwon sends his regards. They're about to fire. The door explodes inward. Blair stands there, alive, armed, eyes blazing with fury. Get away from my husband! Tae-jun stares. She's alive. She's really alive. Blair doesn't give them time to react. She tears through them like a force of nature. Not the non-profit director, not even the architect. She's a mother protecting her family, and she's unstoppable. Hand-to-hand combat, weapon disarms, brutal efficiency. 4 men down in 30 seconds. The last 2 try to run. Tae-jun tackles one, fueled by rage and relief. Blair handles the other. When it's over, 6 of Kwon's men are unconscious on the floor. And Tae-jun is staring at his wife. You're alive. I'm alive. You're pregnant. 5 months. You faked your death. I had to. I mourned you. I held your body. Blair crosses to him, takes his face in her hands. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I had to keep you safe. I thought I lost you. You didn't. You never will. He kisses her, desperate, furious, relieved. Don't ever do that again. I won't. I promise. Ji-woo bursts through the door. Gun drawn. Sees the scene. You're alive. I'm alive. Good, because we have a problem. Marcus. Blair's face hardens. I know. I saw the video. Then you know we have less than 12 hours. Where is he? We're working on it. Work faster. It takes them 6 hours. 6 hours of tracking phone signals, following leads, hacking cameras. They find the warehouse in Incheon. Industrial district. Abandoned. Perfect place to torture someone. Blair, Tae-jun, Ji-woo, and Kioma gear up. You should stay here, Tae-jun tells Blair. You're pregnant. He's my family. I'm going. Amara. I'm going. Don't argue. He doesn't. Because he knows that look. They infiltrate the warehouse. Guards posted outside. 4 of them. Ji-woo coordinates with her team. Police backup waiting nearby, but Blair doesn't want to wait. She goes in first, silent, deadly, efficient. Takes down all 4 guards before they can raise an alarm. Tae-jun follows. Show off. Learn from the best. They find Marcus in the basement, tied to a chair. Barely conscious, covered in blood, but alive. Blair cuts him free. I knew you'd come, he whispers. Always. She helps him stand. He can barely walk. Tae-jun takes his other arm. Together they carry him out. But they're not alone. 20 more guards, waiting, trap within a trap. They're surrounded. Blair, Tae-jun, Ji-woo, Marcus, and Kioma. 20 armed men, and then Chief Justice Kwon walks in. Distinguished, silver-haired, expensive suit, cold eyes. Amara Okafor, alive after all. I should have known. You killed my father. Your father was a problem. Problems get eliminated. Not anymore. Kioma steps forward. Hello, Kwon. Remember me? Kwon's face goes pale. Dr. Okafor, I thought... You thought you killed me. You didn't. And I've spent 17 years building a case against you. She pulls out a flash drive. Everything is on here. Emails, financial records, recordings, witness testimony, 25 years of corruption, all uploaded to every major news outlet, police, international authorities. You're bluffing. Am I? Kioma smiles. Check your phone. Kwon pulls out his phone. Every news site in Korea is breaking the same story. Chief Justice Kwon Hyun-woo exposed in massive corruption scandal. His face goes white. You've destroyed me. No, I've given you justice. The same justice you denied my husband. Police sirens outside, getting closer. Kwon's men look at each other, weapons lowering. They're not dying for a man whose empire just collapsed. Ji-woo steps forward. Badge out. Chief Justice Kwon Hyun-woo, you're under arrest. Kwon looks at Blair, at Kioma, at the family that survived him. This isn't over. Yes, Blair says quietly. It is. They take him away in handcuffs. The most powerful man in the Korean judicial system. Arrested by the people he tried to destroy. The evidence Kioma provided changes everything. All charges against Blair are dropped. Whistleblower immunity. Self-defense. Working against a criminal conspiracy. She's free. Completely free. Chief Justice Kwon gets life in prison. His entire network collapses. 43 additional officials arrested. The biggest corruption purge in Korean history. Tae-jun is promoted. Chief Prosecutor of Seoul. Ji-woo becomes captain of major crimes. Marcus recovers. Slowly, painfully, but he survives and retires from consulting. I'm too old for this, he says. Judge Kang serves his full sentence. No early release. 15 years. His son doesn't visit, but Tae-jun sends money for his commissary, because despite everything, he's still his father. Blair goes into labor on a Tuesday. 3 a.m. Tae-jun! He wakes up, sees her face. Is it? Yes. They rush to the hospital. Seoul National University Hospital. Private room. Best doctors. Labor is long. 12 hours. Blair fights through it. This is harder than fighting assassins. You're doing great. I hate you. I love you too. At 3:47 p.m. their daughter is born. Healthy, beautiful, perfect. Dark skin, black hair, Tae-jun's eyes. Blair holds her, crying. She's perfect. What's her name? The nurse asks. Blair looks at Tae-jun. Chidinma. It means God is good in Igbo, after my father, Dr. Chidi Okafor. Chidinma Kung, Tae-jun says softly. He holds his daughter, born from a love that survived lies, betrayal, prison, fake death, torture, and conspiracy. She's going to be trouble, Marcus says from the doorway. Probably, Blair agrees. Kioma sits beside her daughter, holds her granddaughter, 3 generations, survivors all. Seoul National University, large lecture hall, packed with students. Blair stands at the podium, professional clothing, confident, no longer hiding. Good morning, My name is Dr. Amara Okafor Kang, and I'm here to talk about fighting corruption. The students watch, listening. 13 years ago, my father, Dr. Chidi Okafor, was murdered for exposing corruption in the Korean judicial system. She tells the truth, all of it. The conspiracy, the fake death, the fight. The students are riveted. In the back of the auditorium, Tae-jun sits holding their 6-month-old daughter, Kiyoma beside him, Marcus in the row behind. Recovered but walking with a cane, Ji-woo standing against the wall. In uniform, captain's bars shining, Blair's family, all of them. She finishes her lecture. My father taught me that justice isn't just about laws, it's about doing what's right even when it's hard, even when it costs you everything. That's the legacy he left me, and that's the legacy I'm leaving my daughter. The students stand. Applause. Blair steps down from the podium, walks to her husband, her daughter. Chidinma reaches for her. Mama. First word. Blair takes her daughter, holds her close. That's right, baby. Mama's here. Tae-jun wraps his arms around both of them. You were incredible. I learned from the best. They walk out together, a family, forged from pain, tempered by fire, but whole. Finally whole. This is part 3, the finale. Blair faked her death, was resurrected, discovered her mother was alive, exposed the biggest conspiracy in Korean history, saved Marcus, and became a mother. Tae-jun mourned his wife, discovered she was alive, fought beside her, and became a father. Together, they survived everything. Hit that like if you're crying happy tears right now. Subscribe to Seoul Heart Stories for more epic love stories that conquer impossible odds. Where are you watching from? Drop your country below. What was your favorite twist? Blair's fake death? Her mom being alive? Marcus's torture? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for being on this entire journey with Blair and Tae-jun. From enemies to lovers. From hunter and hunted to husband and wife. From criminals and prosecutors to parents. Their story proves that love survives everything. This is Seoul Heart Stories, where love always wins. How's your day going? Let me know. See you in the next story. Stay blessed.